What's up, Dunwoody? Welcome back to the podcast all about Dunwoody, Georgia. My name is Matt Weber. Show is brought to you by Greg. Who's it brought to you by? Dr. Brett Friedman.
Brett Friedman, yes.
Yeah, Dr. Brett Friedman with Village Orthodontics and Discover Dunwoody has been a new sponsor of the show recently. And these guys were some of our past sponsors and some of our past guests on the podcast. And when we started the podcast, I feel like you guys really took us in. We got to 10 bar at Porter's a long time ago. We did the that bourbon tasting, which I didn't appreciate as much as Dr. Brett Friedman with Village Orthodontics. He loved that stuff. But yeah, so you got all kinds of new stuff going on. I kind of just wanted to catch up. And that's one of my favorite things about having the podcast is, I can have all my friends on and have conversations with them again. So yeah, restaurant ownership is hard these days. We saw Cowboys and Caviar shut down yesterday and all their stuff got dragged away. And so it's kind of made everybody realize how difficult the restaurant business is. And you guys have been part of this your entire lives, like me. What is it about hospitality where you kind of get stuck in that hospitality world, Greg, you've been doing this your whole life, haven't you?
It's in my blood. I tried to leave. I tried to go sell insurance. It just wasn't for me. And Alan called me last January and said, "Hey, I started this new thing, and here we are today with THChill happening all throughout Atlanta and Dunwoody."
Yeah, and so this is something that I didn't realize we were going to get so scientific on before I hit record here. You guys are blowing my mind with all kinds of stuff. I'm going to use a bunch of the wrong terminology. Probably weed and hemp aren't the same. I don't understand the deltas as much, but let's just kind of dive in, and you guys can kind of give an idea of what this is and where it's going, because I stopped drinking a few years ago, and I think that this is it could be a big thing, because I feel like drinking has kind of fallen away recently, especially with young kids. Nobody's drinking. So I just vomited a whole bunch of stuff out of my mouth. I'll let you guys talk now.
Well, let me start with that story I told you before we started this recording. I've been in an awful custody battle for about 3.5 years now. I'm still in it, and my ex accused me of being an alcoholic. It was just awful. I own breweries around Atlanta. I started them, so I was an easy target. I'm not. I stopped drinking, and it made me lose my ambition and my desire and love for beer. It sucked. I loved it. I never did pot my whole life because I thought it was bad. That's what I was taught when I was little. I'm in my 40s, and that's what we were taught through DARE. Yeah. So I did a gummy maybe 2 years ago and thought that, this is different than alcohol. It actually worked better than my experience with pot. And since I'm a chemist, I researched it and found out that it's predominantly Delta-9, but there's different ways to make them. And I thought, that's interesting. Well, I have all this brew stuff got put in liquid. That technology had just come out to put stuff in liquid. D9, THC, D9, CBD. Those are different cannabinoids. They do different things. Everybody's heard of CBD and THC, but they do different things. There's around 200 different cannabinoids in hemp and pot. They're both different. Pot, we focus on D9. It's got a lot of the hemp CBD, right? So what I figured out back then is, since we can emulsify stuff, which is like sonic waves that go through the different cannabinoids and blow up the molecules to make them really, really, really small. That's the basic way to put it. When these molecules are really small, you can put them in beverages. As emulsification, think of like oil and vinegar, right? It doesn't mix, so you shake it up enough and it gets emulsified, right? So that's the idea, kind of in a nutshell, what we're doing. But I found out that it's not just D9. I can get all these other cannabinoids and mix them together, and then, oh my gosh, I figured out how to recreate weed strains. We've been trying to do that since the 70s. So immediately I filed a patent for it. It was a year ago to yesterday. I know, because of the provisional's done, and I filed a new patent explaining kind of what we just talked about. The science is cool. So if I have a large particle, it's going to get absorbed in your stomach. It's going to take like 2 hours, like a gummy, for you to feel it. These small things, these small particles, pass right through your stomach, go into your blood, just like alcohol does. So in effect, we've made this THC or CBD or whatever concoction that come up, the weed strains, like alcohol. So you drink it, you feel it in about 15 to 30 minutes. Started figuring out how to can, because we were never a distribution brewery. So bought a commercial canning machine and started getting this out to the public. Fast forward a year, we have an active festival scene. We're selling outside of a big, big location on the Beltline. We are selling on the Beltline right now. It's in between Krog Street Market and the Beltline. We do festivals, and we currently have one distributor in Ohio, and we're looking for other ones around America. But it's been slow. but from making $0 to making around 30 or 40 a month, we're almost to the black right now, and that's in 1 year. So starting, it has been very hard. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen photos of this place, though. I mean, right on the Beltline. I mean, that's a cool area, and all that space upstairs. That's going to be really nice. I think that'll pay off.
It's very cool, and it's also we're gonna turn it into a lounge and have a place where you can go to and enjoy our beverages. But we're also using it as an event space, so it's a great place for. I know a lot of people in Dunwoody that are looking for rehearsal dinners and places like that they can do that. So we're doing it there, and well, there's three different rooms. There's a kitchen, the whole nine. So you're right downtown, on Krog Street.
Yeah, and just to be clear, the rental venue or the venue on Krog Street is way different than THChill business. I mean, there's similarities in that they're both run from there. But if you're not interested in THChill and just want a normal rental venue with alcohol and food that we cater, we do that as well. It's where Fast and Furious 7 was filmed, actually. So there's
really?
Yeah, it's where their hideaway was. It's pretty darn big. There's this massive garage in the back that we've been using, and then there's the front of the house is all built out. It looks like a boutique lounge, and it's massive. It's around 6,000 square feet, 5,500.
We actually hosted a semi-professional wrestling event there this past weekend. It's pretty wild.
That's fun. Nice.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out on our Instagram. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So, okay, well, I kind of want to talk a little bit more about the drink. So you were talking about the keys and the different holes and stuff, and that kind of made sense to me. So you've kind of just strengthened what other people are doing with their THC beverages. Like, is this something that's going to be completely legalized? And like,
it is legal. Great question. So about 7 months ago, Georgia finally decided the direction they were going in. They gave people manufacturer's licenses you could apply. They have licenses to sell now too. So right now in Georgia, we're going through a battle. Can alcohol liquor stores sell pot drinks or CBD drinks? And the answer is right now, no. They're trying to get it overturned. It had to do with competing against the CBD stores and the liquor stores and just lots of different red tape. We're trying to get the red tape off right now and let liquor stores sell these drinks again, because if they've seen their profits nosedive, people not buying craft beer anymore, and especially liquor. So this is the next new thing for beverages. Some of the distributors I've been talking to in Atlanta have said they think that there's going to be 3 categories of drinks in 10 years. There'll be wine, or wine, beer, liquor, and then this stuff that's sold.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I got to try one. I got to go by there and try one. That would be.
I'll bring you by some, Matt.
Okay. So what else are you doing now, Alan? I've got so much stuff here. Like, we've got Resilience. Tell me about Resilience in Sandy Springs.
Yeah. So I told you I started focusing on THChill, even though I own a bunch of breweries in Atlanta. Just couldn't focus on the beer. I couldn't focus on being a brewer. I couldn't brew. I have another Porter's in Sandy Springs, so it was a pizza restaurant instead of barbecue, and it was a craft brewery. The lease ended, but we continued it, and we're going to try to do a ghost kitchen there. Now, what's a ghost kitchen in Atlanta? A ghost kitchen is like a food hall with 3, 4, 5, 6 different concepts. It's like Cheesecake Factory, but they're all specific. It's not all on one menu; they're all separate, and you have them all from one restaurant. So if somebody orders from a pizza restaurant, you just see the pizza menu, right? And see the pizza website. But then if you order, we're going to drop a coupon in for a taco restaurant, or maybe a wrap and salad restaurant, or maybe a cable restaurant, right? So it's a bounce back type of thing. You can eat there if you want to. We don't staff it with servers. Like, you go in there and ask for your takeout, or you get takeout on Uber Eats or on our website with a discount.
Yeah.
And the idea is to make takeout spots with lots of different opportunities that are specifically for takeout spots. There's one in Atlanta that started called Salted. I'll give them a shout out because they let us see their operation. It's happened all over the country and all over the world, but it hasn't really taken off in Atlanta yet. Or not that many people are doing it. They might have like 8 locations of one restaurant, but not 8 restaurants in one location. So we're trying to do the latter, if that makes sense. So today, actually, we just started the concept. We're up. It's under ResilienceBrewPub.com. You can see all of our different concepts in Sandy Springs. Probably even order from Dunwoody if you wanted to for delivery. And we are marketing all the offices today. So that's how you do it for restaurants. It's all guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, no, I know. And it is so nice to have somebody walk into the store and then just walk back out, Isn't that right, Greg?
Absolutely.
You don't have to take care of them.
100% nice. Yes.
The difference between when somebody walks into our pizza place, the difference between them walking up to the counter and walking out with a meal and sitting next door for an hour, coming back, ordering more, that kind of thing. It's just way easier. So, and Uber Eats and DoorDash and all of these things are just taking over anyway. And so, if you can up your prices and send them out on delivery like that, that's great.
That's the goal.
Don't have to deal with drivers.
That's the next thing with that location. So, that's done. The website's up. You can see what it looks like. The food is great. The food's fantastic. It's brand new. So people that like new things in Atlanta or next to Dunwoody, it's pretty darn close.
Nice.
And your family doesn't have to decide what they want either. Now you have options. So if the mom wants a pizza and the kids want a Korean bowl, they're there for everybody. So salads and tacos. So everybody has a choice. So
where's Resilience located right now?
It's right off Power Area 285, like literally right off. Right off Sandy Springs. It's right at the end of Sandy Springs where it turns into Cumberland type of thing.
Okay.
And if people are interested in it, come to think of it as silver marketing for everything. There's coupons online right now. So if you guys go to check out and look at the coupons, there's a 20% off for anybody who's listening to your podcast that can go do it right now.
I want to get back to the THC and the THChill. Like, what makes this legal in Georgia? And are we going to see it spread? Is it legal in Dunwoody?
That's a great question. So we didn't know what to do with legalization because California is so much ahead of us. The feds dealt with it back in 2018 with the Farm Bill. It was just a small segment of this big Farm Bill. That's where they deal with it, that and hemp. And it's anything with less than 0.3% by weight of THC Delta 9. That's it, is legal. Okay? So because we emulsify stuff, we are way below that threshold. On top of that, Georgia made a law that's 10 mgs Delta 9 is the max for drinks, right? Because they didn't want people who were emulsifying it. We could put 1 million or 300 D9 in one drink, right? We wanted to stop that. So it's 10 per drink. We don't even need that for most of our drinks. Our strongest one is called Entourage, our strongest can, and that is 2.5 D9 compared to the 10 that's normal. The way we get around it is add a lot of different ones, a lot of different ones, just like a weed strain or a cannabinoid strain that's legal. It's all from hemp. So we make it from hemp. We make sure you have less than 0.3% D9 THC, and we're legal everywhere. And the states have to mirror the Fed, and the counties and cities mirror the states. So that's how we've been doing it. The states changed it a little bit, not just Georgia, but lots of them are putting a 10 mg cap on D9. That's fine for us. We are so far, we're underneath of that. We're dancing around the laws because of we just don't have to put as much D9 in our drinks as other people.
Does it work, Greg? Give me
works.
Like beer. Compare it to like beer. Like if my 120-pound wife drank one of these things, would she feel like she would with a heavy beer?
So everybody's cannabinoid system is a little bit different. But yes, it does work. It works very well. Yeah. If your wife had one, the beauty of this is unlike a gummy where you commit to that full gummy, we're in a can. So you can take a few sips just like you would of a beer or a soda.
Yeah.
Wait 10, 15 minutes, see how you're feeling, take a few more sips and go like that.
Nurse it, if you will.
They nurse it, exactly. They stack on top of each other just like if you were drinking a whole bunch of beers. So the more effects you want, the more you can drink.
Yeah.
I guess we lost Alan, that's right. So yes, they work very, very well. Why are they different than alcohol? Now, they're different than alcohol because, as Snoop said best, you put a group of guys into a room with a bottle of tequila, one of those guys is going to get a black eye. Put a group of guys in a room with some THChills, they're going to be best friends, they're going to be Instagram buddies, they're going to have the time of their life. So really what
you're the only person that's ever quoted Snoop Dogg on the show. So
how about that? Well, we have a shot that I love to tell people. This is one you want to drink if you want to talk to Snoop or Willie.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, and you think this is going to be like the new thing, huh? It seems like everybody's or a lot of people are falling off of alcohol, and I think that this is a good transition. I think this is a really cool idea that you guys have.
So, I see it changing the world actually in terms of how we catch a buzz. So you can drink this. Now I don't want you to drive on it. It's still 21 or over. laws were 18 or over when we started. We happened to be 21 or over. No one's ever.
So you could have sold to a 19-year-old and you're choosing not to?
Correct. They just
good for you, Greg. Good for you.
Yeah, we wanted to keep it above board really and stay ahead of the curve. So, but it's a new way to catch a buzz and not have aggression and feel angry at the world. My fiance loves to. She can't enjoy it. Unfortunately, it's not in her cannabinoids. It just knocks her out. But she loves to tell people that drink this one and it'll take your angries away.
Yeah. What's that one? What are your favorites?
So
if somebody did show up there today and they just wanted one drink, like is there different feelings? How do you describe it?
So there are different feelings. We have 3 cans right now. Our entourage is our mainstay. Entourage is what you find in chemistry, the entourage effect. You take a bunch of little things and put them together and makes it better, right? So the entourage effect has Delta 9, Delta 8, CBD, and HHC in it, giving you a full spectrum, full mind and body buzz. Speed Trap is for those that are looking for a little pick-me-up. Now, it's like drinking a caffeinated beverage without any caffeine. THCV is the cannabinoid that is V for very speedy, I like to say. Also a cannabinoid that will make you not hungry. It actually is anti-munchy hungry. Anti-munchy. So
I love the names too. Entourage, Speed Trap.
And our entry level is Lumina. That's the Delta 9 CBD. And Lumina is more your head buzz and what you would give your 120-pound wife. We should not be talking about your wife's weight, by the way.
No, we shouldn't be. Especially giving weights and stuff.
To start off with. Now, our next step is we've started a shot line. We have a shot called Bad Princess coming out, another one that's going to be Speed Trap. And these are for the people that are looking to have a really, really good time. The guys that might be more of your bong hit type of people.
Okay.
So, but what we found is that it really, it is geared towards, the middle age people that are interested in having a more discreet way of catching that buzz. And I've seen a lot of talk on the What's Up Dunwoody page about there being smells in the air. We take those smells out of the air. We're discreet, and it's an alcohol alternative. Just a nice different opportunity for people to have some fun.
Yeah. Well, I think it's really cool, Greg, and being right on the Beltline there. I mean, there's no better place.
Yeah, I miss my Dunwoody commute, but yes, it is fun.
Yeah,
being down there.
Sure.
The energy and the vibe of the Beltline is like no other. I mean, it's closest thing would be David Davis's place in Dunwoody, I'd say. But we're doing that down the Beltline. So come out of Dunwoody and come see us down there, and we'll be in stores all throughout Dunwoody real soon as well.
That's awesome. Well, it's good catching up with you, Greg. Alan, kind of a lot of it just went right over my head, but you really dumbed it down for me, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's my lot in life.
Tell me how I'm going to feel if I drink this.
You are going to feel good. You're going to feel like you're euphoric and having a nice time. There,
which is the way that a lot of people treat alcohol. Like right when you get home from work, you have a beer, and it was just, I don't know, it wasn't my thing. I just didn't enjoy alcohol as much as most people.
And you know what? There's no hangover, and that's where that
was a big thing too.
I drink very little anymore, and I mean primarily because of the hangover and losing days. And with this, I feel great the next day, and I can get some work done. So
that's awesome. Well, thanks for bringing it to our attention, Greg. And I'll
thank you so much for having us,
buddy. Yeah, man.
Take care. Cheers.
All right, see you, dude.